In Greek mythology, Hades is a god who ruled the land of the dead, called the Underworld. He is one of the most powerful Greek gods, along with his brothers Zeus and Poseidon. Hades ruled the realm Underworld, a shadowy place below the earth, which was considered the final destination for the souls of the dead. His wife was Persephone, the daughter of Zeus and Demeter, whom he abducted to join him in the underworld. Hades was portrayed with a beard and mournful look. He frequently wears a helmet named the Helm of Darkness, or the Cap of Invisibility. Hades was accompanied by Cerberus, the three-headed dog which guarded the entrance of the underworld. As the ruler of the dead, Hades created terror in everybody. He was the son of Cronus and Rhea. After being born, Hades and his siblings was swallowed by his father Cronus, to prevent a prophecy that a son would someday overthrow him. After being rescued by Zeus, Hades waged war on his father called the Titanomachy. Eventually the war ends with a victory for the Olympians. After defeating the Titans, Hades and his brothers drew lots to divide up the world. Zeus drew the sky, Poseidon drew the sea and ocean. Hades eventually became the lord of the underworld. The souls of the dead were delivered to the river Styx by the god Hermes, at which the boatman Charon ferried them to the gates of Hades. Upon the death, the body had to undergo the proper funeral rites. A coin was placed between the teeth or on their eyes. The Charon only carry the souls who paid the fare, so the coin was essential to cross, or they would wander the shores for 100 years. The major myth associated with Hades was the abduction of Persephone. Hades became lonely in the underworld, and fell in love with Persephone, the daughter of Zeus and Demeter. However, Persephone did not want to marry Hades and live in the underworld. So Hades then kidnapped Persephone and forced her to come to the underworld. Persephone's mother Demeter endlessly searched for her, and neglected the harvest. The seasons halted, and living things stopped growing and died. Eventually the gods came to an agreement, and Persephone would live with Hades for 1/3 of the year. In the underworld, upon the soul arrive at the gates of Hades, the destination of souls was determined by the three judges of Underworld. The three judges of the underworld were Minos, Rhadamanthys and Aeacus. The souls who led good lives were taken to the Elysian fields, and who led bad lives were taken to Tartarus. Although a fearful place to the living, Underworld was visited by several heroes, including Hercules to capture Cerberus in the last of his 12 labors. Hades had a couple of consorts outside of Persephone. They included Luce, a nymph daughter of Oceanus, and Minth, a nymph of the river Cocytus.